Purpose, people, performance. 3 pillars, one leadership style that actually sustains you and inspires everyone around you. I'm Dr. Tora Brown, organizational consultant and host of Best Life. Today, we're talking about what purposeful leadership actually looks like and the 3 exercises that will make it real for you this week. Here's something I've observed after 15 plus years of working with business owners and executives. The leaders who are both effective and fulfilled, the ones who perform at a high level without burning out, they have something in common. It's not a particular style or strategy, it's alignment. Their leadership is aligned with who they actually are. And the leaders who are struggling, often incredibly talented, unquestionably hardworking, but they have adopted a leadership identity that isn't theirs. They're leading the way they were taught or the way their industry expects, instead of the way their best self would lead. The 3 pillars we're covering today connect directly to every letter of the BEST framework. So let's break it down. Pillar number 1, purpose alignment. The B and T in BEST. The first pillar is purpose alignment, knowing why you lead, not just how. So here's your quick exercise. Complete this sentence in writing. I lead because I believe. Not I lead because my company needs me to, or I lead because it pays well. I lead because I believe. Fill in that blank with your honest truth. Take a moment. One of my clients, a VP of product at a tech company, wrote, I lead because I believe teams do their best work when they feel genuinely trusted. That sentence became a compass. When she was about to micromanage a deliverable under stress, she remembered her belief. She delegated instead. It was one of the hardest and most rewarding leadership decisions of her career. Your belief statement is your purpose anchor. When your leadership decisions are rooted in that belief, you experience congruence instead of conflict. That's the T in BEST, leading from truth. So pillar 1, purpose. I lead because I believe. You're going to complete that sentence if you haven't already done it. Pillar 2, people systems. The E and S in BEST. The second pillar is people systems. This is about building the relational infrastructure that allows your team to thrive without you being in everything. Here's your exercise. Map your team using a simple trust-autonomy grid. On one axis, trust. How much do you trust this person to execute well? On the other, readiness. How prepared are they to work independently? High trust, high readiness, delegate fully. Low trust, low readiness, invest in them before delegating. The middle cells are where most managers live, doing too much for people who are ready for more, or delegating too fast for people who need a little more support. People systems also include your communication boundaries. How do you prefer to be reached? When are you available for real-time connection versus a sync? What does don't disturb look like on your calendar? These are not personal preferences, they're leadership infrastructure, and they connect directly to the S in BEST, your schedule, and the E, expectations you set for your team. So pillar 2 is the people systems, the trust-autonomy grid, and your communication boundaries are going to be key. Pillar 3, performance discipline, the S and B in BEST. The third pillar is performance discipline. And I want to be careful here because this is not about grinding harder. It's about protecting the conditions that allow you to perform at your best. Your exercise. Identify your 3 performance anchors, the non-negotiable habits or rituals that, when present, make you sharper, calmer, and more effective. Could be your morning run, could be your weekly team one-on-ones, a monthly strategy review, Sunday evening planning. It may differ for all of you, but whatever it is, lock in on that. And now I want you to look at your last 2 weeks and count how many times those anchors were actually present. That number tells you exactly where your performance discipline stands. Here's the insight from a recent client case study. A director in financial services was experiencing chronic stress and declining focus. And when we mapped her schedule, every single one of her performance anchors had been crowded out by reactive work. Within 3 weeks of reinstalling those anchors, her stress levels measurably decreased, and her team reported she was more present and decisive. Nothing else changed, just those anchors. So, pillar 3, performance discipline. You identify your 3 performance anchors. Okay? And again, there you have it. Purpose, people, performance. 3 pillars, 3 exercises, 1 leadership triad that's built to last. What makes this framework different from every other leadership model out there is that it starts with you, your beliefs, your systems, your rhythms. That's best. And that's best leadership. That's the life you're building. I want you to download my free leadership playbook from the link in my bio. It includes all 3 exercises plus a reflection guide you can use monthly to keep your leadership aligned. So thank you all for joining. If you haven't yet, please hit subscribe so you can come back and visit me every week. I'm Dr. Tora Brown. And when you lead from your best self, you give others permission to do the same. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.